The title of today's class is The Best Ways to Deal with Criticism. The best ways to deal with criticism. My father said to me many years ago, he said, son, I have a lot of good advice to give you. Not because I've been so smart, it's just that I've been so stupid. So one of my credentials is not just that I'm 70 years old, but in practice for 40 years. One of my main credentials has been my own stupidity, my own weakness. I didn't think I was defensive around criticisms, but when I announced I'm going to give this class, my 14-year-old daughter, Natasha, says, Dad, you're not qualified to give that class. And I said, well, that's why I have to give it, because I give these classes so I can overcome things in myself, then I can help other people. My wife claims I get defensive as well. I don't see it, and I'm a very aware person. So this leads me to believe that for many of us who are defensive or it's hard to take criticism, that it might be a blind spot for many of us that we don't realize it's hard to take criticism. Probably most people that you know who get defensive, if you say, you know what, you have a problem taking criticism, they probably would say, no, I don't. We just say, no, I don't. Because I don't see myself that way, but I'm going to take their word that I do. I had the privilege today of my wife criticizing me, and I got a little bit of insight into it. She wanted me to move something. She said, you're tall, please move this to a higher place. And so I grabbed the grill, and I put it, I was lifting up. She said, why are you moving the grill? I always keep that. I'm pointing to that vase over there. I said, yeah, but you just going like that. So right away, I want to, explain why I did, I'm like, I didn't make a mistake. No, you went like that. How am I supposed to know? Yeah, she says, well, I always keep the grill over here. Why would I ask you to move it way up there where I can't even get at it? She says, that just shows you never do anything. So my thing was to really, go into it. And then I thought, well, I'm giving this class today. So I didn't get defensive. But I did notice what it looked like. I got a good look at what it looks like inside. It looked like, it was like that. That's what it looked like inside. I looked at it. It was like I was ready to go back and forth on that thing and beat it to death, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until I could explain that I didn't screw up with it. It just went like that. How would I know is this opposed to that? I'm just trying to help you. So it could have gone back and forth. There would have been a time when I could have gone on for quite a while, because I wouldn't want to take that criticism that I made, that she thinks I made a mistake. I was still, I could still say this deep in my heart. Do I feel I made a mistake? Well, I'm not totally convinced, all right? So that could be the internal defensiveness. You could say, well, I thought I didn't know what the reason was for it, so I can go into it. But see there, so that could be, I'm not positive I really made an error. But nonetheless, I didn't go back and forth. Now, what are the biggest problems when you feel criticized, particularly when you feel it's unjustified criticism? And that's a lot of what we'll be talking about today, unjustified criticism. Is that we could walk around just thinking about it. They said that to me, that really bothered me. I should have said this, I should have said that. And carry it around. So we're going to deal with how do you deal with that. And also, the criticism could put a barrier in the relationship. You said that to me. Yeah, it's hard to get out of my mind. You said that. Or you felt hurt or humiliated or discounted or disrespected, whatever. I'm a poet. I created a new form of poetry called post-flow poetry. And in there I have music on, and I'm moving. I've got a microphone. I kind of move. I'm not really dancing. I just kind of move to it. And a number of people told me, well, your movement, I like the words, I like the music, but I find your movement distracting. You're moving around. I said, well, okay, you find it distracting. I really like how I move to it. But okay, I didn't feel defensive. But then a friend of mine saw it. Another friend of mine saw it. I was proud of the piece that I was showing him. And he says, well, yeah, you can't dance. I said, well, I can't dance. So I didn't even think of myself as dancing. I just thought of myself as kind of moving to the music as I'm reciting my poems. So, but he said, you can't dance. I said, what do you mean I can't dance? He said, yeah, well, you got to feel the music and move. I said, I feel the music and move to it. I said, it might be other people don't like the way I move to it, but I like it. So I had to make a decision about whether I want to continue to move that much, because it's that distracting or detracts for that many people. So I decided, you know what? Although being true to myself as an artist, I would keep moving the way I want to move, but I like to have more receptivity to what I do. So I hardly move now when I'm doing, or I just move just a very little bit as I'm reciting the poems.